Hey, what's up everyone? So let's talk about a deck cost calculator. Can you get pricing in less than a minute? Is it possible? Let's get into it. All right, so what's up everyone? Shane with Battlefield Decks and Patios here. And so talking about a deck calculator today. One of the biggest problems that we see in our industry is people getting pricing. It seems to be a super big headache for everybody. It seems like everyone has a hard time getting salespeople to show up. When they do, they have a hard time getting them to give them pricing in a timely fashion. We hear people often telling us that it took weeks to get an estimate. That seems crazy. When I hear stuff like that, it makes me think that the companies that these people are dealing with just don't have their act together. And you can almost bet that if that's the case up front, it doesn't get much better through the end of the project. So one of the things that we have done to help kind of solve that problem, because we get so many calls every week on jobs, is we've actually spent a ton of time developing a really cool deck calculator. You can check it out on the link below on our website at battlefielddecks.com/quote. And you can actually use that and get a deck quote in under a minute. We also have features on that calculator where you can get a quote on a stamped concrete patio, a flagstone patio, a paver patio. You can get it on a porch standalone by itself. You can get it on a porch and deck combo, or you can do a deck and a patio, or a porch and a patio. So we've made it super configurable, really easy for you to use, so that it's really, you can click through, you can add the dimensions that you want, a couple of little features. We've spent a lot of time on this calculator to get it as close to perfect as we could. Now, is it perfect? It's not. Really complicated what we have found to kind of develop something that can crank out accurate pricing, 100% accurate, but we've got it really close. And when I say really close, I want to say within a 5% margin. Now it depends on a couple things. And so here's one thing that we see a lot of problems at when people use our budgeting tool. A lot of times it is user error. So a lot of times people think that they want a 20 by 20 screen and porch, which is a pretty large screen porch and can cost quite a bit. And then once we do a discovery call after that, we find out that actually they only wanted like a 12 by 12 screen and porch, which is literally almost half the price, right? You want to make sure that, like, if you use our calculator tool, I would say take some time to go out into your backyard with a tape measure and, pull some measurements and see about how big you think it is that you want your deck or your patio or your porch to be. That way, when you enter in the numbers on our calculator, you'll get it as close as possible to accurate. And a lot of times after we do that and we get responses from people looking for those prices, we will then follow up with them and then make sure that, hey, everything you put in the calculator is correct so that you get the best budget possible. Now, things happen. A lot of times when we get those calculator estimates that come through to us and we get them back to the customers, sometimes when we go out to the job site to kind of verify measurements and stuff, those can be different too. A lot of times people might put in the wrong number. And so usually they're really pleasantly surprised that the price comes in much cheaper than what they assume. So I would say just take a couple minutes before you use our calculator tool and maybe take some measurements, put them in there accurate and see what comes through for you. It has been a great tool for us to help people get pricing really fast, and then for us to know who that we need to kind of prioritize and see and do estimates with. A lot of times people just want a budget because they're planning for something for next year. It is an awesome tool for that. You can use this tool and get as many quotes as you want and kind of configure things a bunch of different ways and go, you know what, like now I have an idea about what the price is going to cost. And if at any point when you use it, if you think it's not in your budget realm, give us a call. If we haven't already contacted you, give us a call, and we got people that we can put you in contact with on our sales team that will talk through whatever the information is that you've submitted and help you kind of work through that, talk through that, and figure out, is it accurate or is it way off? But yeah, try it out. Our deck calculator below at battlefieldDecks.com/quote. And let us know what you think about it. Leave some comments below. Say, hey man, this thing is awesome, or hey, we hate it. And if that's the case, maybe we'll do something about it. But till then, see you next time.